If you want your December self to say thank you past me, then this is your sign to cast on now. Today I am sharing 20 beautiful, actually giftable knitting patterns from hats to mitts to cozy scarves and home projects like a Santa pillow and a garland. Think usable, lovable, and finished in time. So grab your knitting project and a cup of coffee or tea, and let's build your holiday gift list today. I have grouped the patterns into different segments: fast wins, cozy wearables, festive home and holiday, kitchen and utility, and a segment I am calling Big Love. Let's get started. Let's talk about some fast wins first. Patterns that are a bit on the smaller side, but that are still enjoyable to knit and widely giftable. And we're going to start with a hat knitting pattern called the Trail 4 Hat by Claire Borchardt. I have made this pattern twice before, one for me and one for my husband, and this is my version here. As you might be able to tell, it does has some pills. It looks very used, but that is just because I love it so much. This is a very cozy hat. It was super enjoyable to knit, and it is so cozy due to this double folded brim. And I wear this hat almost every day in the winter, so I can highly recommend the pattern. The pattern is available for free, and it is knitted with a DK weight yarn and comes in 4 different adult sizes. You can either add a pom-pom or omit it like I did, and I think this would also look so cute and cozy with an added strand of a silk mohair yarn. Next up is a pattern called Handed Yes, Fingered No, Mitts That Fit by Ellen M. Silva. Now, personally, I think that mitts are a great gift because they are quick to knit, they don't need much yarn, and they are widely loved. I have made this particular pattern 4 times already, and I have 3 of those pairs to show you. The 4th one is currently with my daughter, who wanted to wear them this morning. So as you can see, I have made a number of different versions in different colors. I have made 2 pairs for each of my girls, and they absolutely love them. This is a broken rib motif, which is very stretchy, which is great if you are knitting a pair to gift and you are maybe not 100% sure about the size that's required. And broken rib basically means that you knit 1 round and the next round you do knit 1 per one. And then you alternate these 2 rounds all throughout. So I think those look great. They fit very well. And yeah, it's also a free pattern. Did I mention that? That's always great as well. So the yarn that she used in the sample is an Aran weight yarn. So they truly are super fast to knit. Next up is a very cute pattern called the Baa-ble Mug Cozy by Donna Smith. This is so whimsical and stash friendly, and I think this would look absolutely adorable in a gift basket filled with some tea or hot chocolate, for example. I came across this cute pattern when I did the research for one of my episodes for the Knitting Around the World series, where I talked about Shetland. And I think it's an absolutely wonderful pattern. You don't need much yarn, and it also doesn't take long at all to knit. You have to be aware though that this pattern requires steeking, which means that you have to cut into your knitting in order to create this opening for the mug handle. And of course you will also know how to work with 2 different colors at a time in order to create this colorwork design. So if you have never done any colorwork project before, and if you have also never steeked before, this might be a bit too much for you to do as a gift knitting pattern maybe, but if this is the case, don't worry, I have an alternative pattern that I wanted to show you. And this brings us to the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. On Skillshare there is a class called Hygge Knit, Traditional Fair Isle Knitting Technique and Project by Sandra Clark. And in the class you will learn how to knit a Fair Isle headband. The class is only about 50 minutes long, and it teaches you how to knit the headband, of course, but also how to read Fair Isle charts, how to change colors, and how to knit Fair Isle patterns with a circular needle. Personally, I have knitted several Fair Isle patterns before, but I always had a bit of a trouble changing colors. It seemed to look a bit uneven all the time, as you might be able to tell here in this headband that I made for my daughter years ago. But after taking this class, I now know how I can easily fix this issue in future fail projects. If you want to learn a new skill or improve your current skills, chances are that there is a class on Skillshare that teaches just what you are looking for. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry experts across film, illustration, design, freelance, productivity, and more. The first 500 people to use my link in the description or scan the QR code will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Get started today, and thank you so much Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Next up, let's talk about some colorwork socks, and the pattern that I would like to show you is called a Whimsical Christmas sock set by Stone Knits. In my opinion, festive colorwork socks simply make people smile, and I think with this pattern you have not one, but 2 different patterns that come within the set, and both are so adorable. You have this cute gingerbread man motif and also the robin. Since those are colorwork socks, they are not super fast to knit, especially the gingerbread man ones, which are all over colorwork, but I think the end result is so worth it. The socks are knitted from the cuff down and contain a short row heel, and they come in 3 different sizes. Personally, I think that hand-knitted socks make for a great gift, and I have knitted so many pairs to gift over the years. But if you are looking for a pair of socks that's maybe a bit quicker to knit than this all-over a colorwork pattern that I just showed you, I also wanted to show you one of my own designs called the Camaret Socks. Those are knitted with a DK weight yarn, which means they knit up very quickly. I've also used this pattern in the past and held 1 strand of a fingering weight yarn together with 1 strand of a silk mohair. And not only does this create the coziest pair of socks, they also knit up even faster. The socks are also knitted from the cuff down and feature a classic heel flap and gusset construction and a broken rib motif all throughout the sock. Let's talk about a pattern from my favorite things knitwear first, and it is called the scarf number 4. This is the ultimate minimalist wardrobe scarf in my opinion. It is sleek, chic, and endlessly wearable. It features the same pattern or motif as the sweater number 28 by my favorite things knitwear, which I am wearing today because it is my all-time favorite sweater at the moment. And the sweater as well as the scarf have these alternating sections between garter stitch, so knitting back and forth, and 1x1 rib. And I enjoyed knitting this sweater so much, and that's why I assume knitting this scarf is just as enjoyable. It is knitted from one tip to the other, so you could also easily make it longer if you want. And the version that's in the pattern can be made out of only 50 grams of a DK weight yarn. Next up is a pattern called Double Knit Scarf by Hello Hygge Live. This looks so elegant and luxe and cozy at the same time to me. It is not a big project, but since this is done in double knitting, meaning that you basically create 2 different fabrics at a time, one for the right side and one for the wrong side, you do have to put some time into creating this project, but I think it looks so beautiful and unisex at the same time, so I think it will definitely be worth it. It is knitted with a DK weight yarn, and she used the Cardiff Cashmere Classic, and you will need 3 balls of that. Next up is the Sunday Morning Wrap, a free pattern by Espace Tricot. This to me feels like big soft movie night energy, and it's a wrap that will turn every outfit into a cozy one when you put it on. It has this lightly textured design that's worked in alternate sections of stockinette and twisted rib, and it's shaped like an elongated trapezoid, which makes it easy to wrap around yourself and wear it. The next pattern that I would like to show you is a neck warmer called Raunioiset by Suvi Lytikainen. I hope that's right. She is a Finnish designer, and I absolutely love this beautiful design because I think a neck warmer has the advantage over a shawl that you do not really have to fuss with it. You put it on and you're instantly good to go. And this is an especially beautiful version of a neck warmer in my opinion. It is knitted from the top down and has this turtleneck to keep you extra warm. And the beautiful textured pattern is inspired by a fern named Maidenhair Spleenwort, which is called Raunioiset in Finnish. And the pattern is created by cables and slip stitches. Let's move on to some joyful, festive and highly giftable items. And the first pattern that I would like to talk about is called the Never Not Gnoming by Sarah Scheer. So here are two of my versions. I have made the ornament version here, but the pattern also comes with the option to make a gnome that can stand. But yeah, I think those are really cute. You can either hang them on the Christmas tree or put them as decor around the house, and I absolutely love those. I think I've made about 6 of these in the past, some for my daughters, for my mother, for one of my godchildren, and also this one for myself. Sarah Scheer has written a number of different cute gnome patterns that you can choose from, and the Never Not Gnoming one is the original and the one that I personally prefer. The nose and arms are a bit fiddly to knit in my opinion, but the end result is so worth it. Next up is the Santa Pillow by Kathy Lewinsky, a pattern that makes every room instantly festive. I have knitted this pattern as a gift for my parents last year and they absolutely loved it. It was also very enjoyable to knit, and even though it is an all-over colorwork pattern, it was surprisingly fast to knit. Next up is a crochet pattern called Snowflake Wishes 2 by Joanna Gate. This is a very cute and small little project that you can make as tags for gifts, ornaments, or as simple decor for around the house. I've made a couple of these myself and we usually hang them on the Christmas tree, and I think they look very cute. They are a crochet pattern, so of course you would have to know how to crochet, but they were not difficult to do at all, and of course they also crochet up very fast. The next pattern that I would like to show you is called the Holly Notions Pouch by Anna Hull. This is a gift that is both seasonal and practical. I imagine putting some stitch markers or a tea or a lip balm maybe in it, and having this as a very cute little set to give on Christmas. I remember that I already talked about this pattern last year in my gift knitting patterns video. It came out, I think, in the summer of 2024, but I think it's so cute that I wanted to show it to you again. This is an all-over colorwork pattern, and you will need a zipper and some fabric for the lining in order to make this pouch. Next up is a pattern called Christmas Tree Delivery. That's a hot water bottle cover by Renard Endormi, which means sleeping fox in English. I think this is so cozy and sweet, and a gift that I imagine the recipients will reach for all winter long. I personally feel like you can never go wrong with a hot water bottle, and with this Christmas themed motif, I think this is an especially cute pattern. It's knitted from the bottom up and in the round, and she used the Sandnes yarn Pear Gynt in order to make the sample. That's a DK weight yarn, and I do have some of that yarn in my stash, so I'm very tempted to cast on this pattern. Next up is the Snowman Garland by Maria's Blue Crayon. I think this is so cute and playful and would look perfect on a mantle. This is another crochet pattern, but I don't think it's difficult to crochet at all. You basically just crochet 2 different circles and then add some simple embroidery stitches for the eyes and the nose. And of course you also have to crochet this cute little scarf. Now my daughter has recently learned how to crochet, and I've shown this pattern to her, and I would love for her to crochet it. I think it would look so cute and definitely something that you could tackle even if you are a beginner crocheter. The next pattern is called the Christmas Stocking 2020 by Pam Connolly, and in my opinion this definitely has some heirloom potential. You could knit one and then for one family member and then add one more over the years. And of course those stockings are perfect to hang on a mantle. Here in Germany, we do not really have this stocking tradition, and we also usually don't have mantles, but I still think it would look so cute if I were to knit 4 of those stockings and then just use them as decor around the house. This is a very classic and traditional pattern with the cables, and of course the colors that she chose to make her samples in look very Christmassy as well. And since it is knitted with a bulky weight yarn, I expect it to knit up rather quickly as well. The pattern comes with both charted and written instructions, and the socks are knitted from the top down. Now I think with this segment, those gifts can be surprisingly beloved because they are so practical. And the patterns that I've picked are also very beautiful, I think. The first design is called the Buttermilk Tea Towel by Isabella Grzybec. And this is a very beautiful and sustainable gift in my opinion. And I imagine pairing it with maybe some handmade soap or some jam or some honey maybe, and have this as a very thoughtful, practical gift. The sample is knitted with a worsted weight cotton yarn and features an all over broken rib pattern, which creates this lovely texture. This pattern is very easy and quick to knit, so it would be perfect for a beginner knitter, and there is even the option to get it for free on her blog, or you could simply purchase it on Ravelry. I also wanted to show you another pattern by Isabella Grzybec that has only one color in it, so it's even easier to knit, and this one is called the Parsely Tea Towel. It's also knitted with this worsted weight cotton yarn, and you can also get it for free on her blog. And this tea towel has a textured stitch on the borders, but the rest of it is simply knitted in all over garter stitch. I have called this segment Big Love because to me blankets are the ultimate cozy. But of course they also take some time to make, so that's why I think this is a gift that is perfect for someone very special in your life. The first pattern that I would like to show you is called the Sorgenfri blanket by Guri Pageson. And this one is a baby blanket, but you could easily make it larger if you like. It comes in 5 different gauges and contains the same motif as the sweater number 28 and the scarf number 4 of My Favorite Things Knitwear. So there's alternating garter and ribbing sections. And I think the understated simplicity of it is so beautiful. And I expect it would also look so beautiful with an added strand of a silk mohair yarn, and of course that would make it even more cozy. And there is one more blanket that I feel has these same cozy, understated simplicity vibes to it that I wanted to show you, and it is the Lisbeth Blanket by Anja Heumann. Now this is also written to be a baby blanket, but again you could easily make it larger. It's available for free and it features a seed stitch border and this beautiful texture stitch that looks like little crosses on the main body of the blanket. Thanks for spending some knitting time with me today. May your gift knitting projects be enjoyable and well loved by the recipients. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy making. Bye.